Hello friends, today we will discuss about constructors in Java. Let's go to Eclipse and practically discuss about it. Let's create a new Java project. Project name we can keep product. Let's create a new class here for product main, having the main function, and above it we can create a new class called product with instance variables as id, int id, string, title, double price. Okay, we'll go to the main and let's create an object. Product p1 equal new product. Generally what we do is after creating an object, we initialize the instance variables of that object. p1.id equal 10, p1.title equal, for example, book, and p1.price equal 100.0. So we have initialized all the instance variables after the object has been created. Generally we do like this. But what if you want to do this initialization here in this line itself when the object is created? You want to initialize the instance variables of that object when it is created. It can be done through the help of a constructor. So let's see how to create a constructor. What's the definition of a constructor? So constructor are like methods with the same name as the class name and no return type, not even void. Okay, so constructor should look like a function or a method, and it should have the same name as the name of the class and should not have any return type. Okay, and what is the use of a constructor? Why do we use a constructor? Constructor is generally used to initialize instance variables of an object when it is created. Okay, initialize instance variables of an object when it is created. So what is the use of a constructor? Here, if we use a constructor, it will implicitly initialize the instance variable. We don't need to explicitly give the values. So let's create a constructor then. So according to the first definition, it says it should have the same name as the class name, product. Okay, and it should look like a function, means the bracket should be there, the curly bracket should be there like this. And what is its use? To initialize the instance variables. id equals 10, title equal book, and okay, title equals book, semicolon, and price equal 100.0. Okay, so these lines which we have commented here, that we are doing explicitly after the object is created, now implicitly it will get initialized when this constructor gets called. And when it is going to get called? When you are doing new product. Product p1 equals new product. When you are creating an object, this constructor gets called automatically and the initialization will take place accordingly. So this is also called a default constructor or an empty constructor. Okay, let's display the details about this product. So id is okay, p1.id plus the title is p1.title, and the price is p1.price. Okay, let's try to run it and see. If we run it, look at this. So when this object is created, title of the book is p1.title. Did it get initialized? Is book. Yeah, title is book, price is 100, id is 10. Okay, so when the object is created, automatically the initialization has taken place and we have also displayed it. Okay, but the problem is if you create another object also, product p2 equals new product, and you try to display it, you will get the same value. Like it is like hard coded value. Always product id is 10, title is book, and price is 100. No, we want according to the user's input. So we want to take inputs from the user. So we can go for a overloaded constructor, or you can say constructor overloading. Let's do that. Product, and it will be taking parameters. So int id, comma string title, comma double price. Okay, and we'll initialize according to the user's input. The inputs will come to this parameters id, title, and price. Okay, what we are going to do? This dot id equals id. Why are we doing this dot id equals id? If I simply do id equals id, let's try. What will happen? Compiler will see this id and this id. It will take the nearby id. It will not take the instance variable, but the purpose of a constructor is to initialize the instance variable. If we simply say id equals to id, they're referring to the parameter. So to refer to the instance variable, we can do this dot id equals id. Similarly, this dot title equal title, and this dot price equals price. Okay, so you can say this dot id refers to the instance variable at the top, and only id refers to the parameter. Fine. So now let's try to call the overloaded constructor to create the new object. Product p2 equal new product. Okay, and we'll pass the values here or give the arguments. 20, the title is dress, and the amount is 200.5. Okay, now we'll try to display. Let's display it and see. Now what is happening? Actually, the overloaded constructor is getting called. Why? We are passing arguments. That's why. Okay, so this output will be for the second product object which we are creating by passing the arguments. So this is invoking the overloaded constructor. This first one is executing the empty constructor or the default constructor. Let's run it and see. Yeah, we got this. This one is for the default constructor, and this is the overloaded constructor. Okay, so we have discussed about constructor and constructor overloading. We'll discuss about a new topic in the next video. Thank you.